Oh boy. 27 seconds. Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't want to actually do the live test because if I tested myself live, I would have taken a number one spot or a number two spot with, there's a couple of players. I don't want to take that away from Zyron and Stefan who want to buy NFTs, and if they get
Right.
first, let them take it.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it defeats the purpose of not buying in yourself first and
exactly.
giving equal opportunity. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I understand.
We're live. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Apologize for the previous two stream that I had to shut down, but we launched the new platform, well, the whitelist, and I could not test it live before I launched it. I needed somebody wanted to buy an NFT to actually try it, and they were not available until I started this live. And coincidentally, they tested it just when I started the live, and there was a bug, so I had to intervene. I got that. Uh, Sometimes I put in some code that works with Slim 3, and my framework is Slim 4, so incompatible. I'm sure that meant something to you, Steve.
Totally.
Okay, let me put the link here in the chat to explain to some folks what this is about. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Metatrades. Thank you for joining us, buddy. He's here every day to watch us. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. 5 people watching. Yeah, mostly from X. Guys, we're streaming live from X, from YouTube, from Twitch, Instagram, and I think Instagram. Did I set up Instagram? Whatever. We're everywhere. All right. Stephen, thank you very much for joining me once again. Today we have some massive news, not just small news, big news, super big news. So we went on a crazy brainstorming session. Now, let me see here if somebody could confirm to me that it's working. We'll wait. We'll see. Somebody is probably going to attempt to purchase. Okay. So we had a brainstorming session, means myself with my co-founder, with Stephen as well. And my co-founder and Stephen came up with an incredibly brilliant idea. I have to admit, it wasn't mine, it was theirs. You have to give back to Caesar his laurels when he earned them, right? Let me start the live stream here on Pump Fun. We want to be live on Pump, obviously. Yeah, let's open the chat to everybody. Wish I had your handle on Pump Fun, Steve, so I can make you moderator in there.
Yeah, I
Let's
wish I
see what.
knew what I was doing also.
So okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff was thought about last night, and all of it good.
This is crazy. Simply click on my bio does not execute the purchase.
Just
Yeah.
adding to
Look,
the
guys, you
platform.
have this live. Actually the platform right now. I am forced to debug it while I'm live with you right here. So, Stephen, since you're already aware of what everything is about, if you don't mind, I'm going to let you explain this. I'm going to be right here, but I have to debug this purchase page.
Okay.
As I and once they'll see what it's about, they will understand why I couldn't debug it before we started this. So please go ahead. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so to everybody out there, they're probably reading this morning and thinking, what's going on? New coin. It is technically a new coin, but the LNI, Landmark NFT initiative, is the currency that will be used to buy one or more of the 10,000 landmarks that are being made up now. Um, so when you put your money down on this LNI, you are securing a position to purchase landmarks. This is not a separate coin trying to do a completely separate thing. It is 100% another utility of this platform. So if you're like me and you heard new coin, you probably got worried, but hopefully we can explain it to you where it's 100% to benefit Quest. It's still all about Quest. Yes, there's a new coin, but all the proceeds will go to Quest. So we've all been trying to get to
Steve, I think we have to roll back. First, I think
yeah,
that
there's
you
so
need
much.
to. Yeah, you're way too far. Imagine we have some people here watching that don't even know what this is about. I
Okay.
think that at the base we have to explain what are the landmark NFTs. What's our platform? What does our platform do? What are the landmark NFTs? What's this landmark NFT initiative? Then we'll talk about the coins, if you don't mind. Let's
Yeah,
take it in the
let's
correct order.
back up the bus entirely here. Okay.
Thank you.
So NFTs are not photos that you purchase like other NFTs that people talk about. We are talking about real world places that when you purchase this NFT, you're not just purchasing a picture, you are purchasing ownership of this real estate. By owning one of these 10,000 NFTs, you will receive 5% basically tax from any visitors for life. So as it sits right now, with the user base, it may not seem like a lot. But when there's a billion or 10 billion users of this platform, you will be receiving large amounts of taxes for life.
I think you mean 100 million. That's our target in 3 years. 2 billion would be amazing.
Well, that's what it's going to be eventually, because when people adopt this, which they will, it's going to be massive. But let's say 100 million users. So all these NFTs that are being created, 10,000 right now, which are not part of the Genesis collection. These are other well-known historical landmarks. They will receive foot traffic, and being the owner, you will receive coins for basically life or until you sell it. And I would hope that you would sell it at an increased amount. Basically, people are buying property on the metaverse, which sounds like a great idea. With this, you are buying real world places. It's going to be a serious game changer. You're owning an actual property, not just a property, but a historical landmark that sees foot traffic every single year and will continue seeing foot traffic. So this LNI is what you can purchase these landmarks with. It's the only thing you can purchase them with. You can't purchase them with anything else. So you want to collect some LNI if you want to buy some landmarks. I'm trying to think of what I would say to somebody totally new here.
All right, I'm gonna step in and help you out here.
Please do.
Okay. I'm debugging this on the fly. Okay, so our platform is the first ever Web3 travel to earn ecosystem. So the principle is to visit, you confirm, and you earn. So you visit a landmark. We have 103,173 landmarks in our database across 197 countries. Most of you have been watching me for a while already know. And when you visit one of these landmarks, you confirm your presence. So let's say you're in Paris, you go to the Eiffel Tower. You say, okay, I've arrived. And once you confirm your presence and you're within 50 meters of the location, you receive 50 Quest tokens as a reward. Now, we converted these landmarks, such as the Eiffel Tower, into literally virtual real estate on the Uly's Quest platform. So we have the Genesis collection, as Stephen mentioned, which are 20 landmark NFTs that are reserved as because they're like first tier NFTs. They're the most visited places in the world, like the Vatican has 19 million people per year. Yeah, digital real estate, essentially. You're correct, Metatrace. Thank you. And all right, he's trying again. Sorry, my mind is at many places at the same time. Let's see if this works now.
So it's digital and physical real estate. That's the great part about it.
Well, digital and, well, actually, imagine that you're owning the Eiffel Tower and you own it on our platform. Every time somebody visits the Eiffel Tower, you receive a 20% commission for life for every single person that goes there. I always take the example of the Vatican, where somebody goes to the Vatican, confirms his presence. There's 19 million people. If only 0.1% of the people that go to the Vatican use our platform, the person owning the Vatican would receive between $40,000 to $70,000 per year annually in residual income. So what we did with this landmark NFT collection, the LNI token specifically on Pump Fund, is that we are minting this week 10,000 NFTs that represent 10,000 different landmarks from our database. And these landmarks will yield 5% commission for life for every person visiting that landmark. Now, what's interesting about it is that we are selling them at a stupidly low price of $25 a piece, which means that we're trying to raise $250,000. When these landmark NFTs are gone for 25 bucks, they will yield you 5% commission for life every time somebody visits that place. And you'll be able to flip that NFT to sell it for potentially a lot of money when we will reach 100 million users, because take a look at our platform, test it, try it, you will see it works like really, really well. So right now, I launched a priority whitelist page so people can sign up. It's first come, first serve basis. When you sign up, you get whitelisted, you get a number. So right now we're starting literal at number 0. So the first guy that signs up will get number 1 to be able to select which NFT he wants in the list of 10,000 NFTs that are going to be for sale. So some people would like to buy an NFT of a landmark that they know that's close to their home. You pay $25. It secures your spot, and now you'd be the first one. You'd be super early. It secures your spot to be the first ones to select an NFT of your choosing, but it also pays for the NFT that you will receive once we launch the minting process on December 15th. So that is what the landmark NFT initiative token LNI is for. You need LNI tokens to buy these NFTs. So now you need those LNI tokens to reserve your spot on the whitelist and pay for the first token, or up to 10 that you can buy. And it is limited to 10 per wallet. And these LNI tokens, when you buy the NFT, will go to our treasury. So the first thing that happens is that since those LNI tokens that are being purchased now is to buy these NFTs, it goes in our treasury. We will not dump them on the market. You can expect at least $250,000 in cash to go into the Landmark NFT Initiative token on Pump Fund. It's going to shoot up the market cap probably to over $1 million pretty easy. And then eventually we will sell some of these tokens, and it would come back into it would be redirected to buy Quest tokens, which is the engine that drives the payout system on our platform. So everything is meant, we're selling these NFTs through this token, but all the money will then eventually go to Quest. So it allows everybody to buy at a very low price, and you can speculate at the same time. So there you go. I think I laid out the foundation. Steve, you can take over here. I'm going to keep on debugging this now.
So if you'd like to buy one of these NFTs, which I would highly recommend, you're making a wise choice. They're going to go up in value, and with user base, of course, the amount of money you will make off of these will grow. The proceeds, your taxes from people visiting, will go directly to your wallet. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to monitor it. It's simply done through a smart contract. Basically, getting on the list first gets you the opportunity to buy the NFTs of your choosing first. So I would recommend that people get some LNI, think about what landmark they'd like, and make sure they get the ones they want. Of course, there's plenty of landmarks to go around, so there's opportunity for everybody to get into it. They don't have to get into it immediately, but like I said, you may want to choose and have the first choice. I don't know if it's debugged yet, but it will be soon, and the list will come out, and you can basically take a look at what's out.
Sorry guys, the reason why this is not working before we came on the live is because I just launched it. And the thing is that if I would have tested the platform live, well, then I would have had a problem, because I would be taking away the legitimate, like, first, second, or third position to do my debugging. And these are first picks that our clients want to own. So I don't want to take it away from them. So I tried to get them to buy before we started this live, because I wanted to have this working before we came on the live. But sadly enough, they were not available, and they were available just when I started this live. So now I have to debug it on the fly. Sorry about that, but here you go. Reality in real time.
So I can't stress enough that all these proceeds will be going to Quest. This is not a separate entity, really. It's just another utility of this platform. So it will not need separate advertisement. It's all in one house. When you advertise Quest, you are advertising the NFTs. And again, you are then advertising the LNI, Landmark Initiative.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So with this income, we can then raise the floor of Quest dramatically. And I think we all know that once the numbers start going up, and when we start hitting all-time highs, that will bring new buyers, which again are good for Quest. So it'll be a cyclical thing. The more buyers means more people will want to buy. We just have to get to that point. This really starts it off. It's like a kickstart to getting somewhere faster. This will actually make Quest grow dramatically faster.
Well, launching the collection of 10,000 landmark NFTs was always one of our priorities. Obviously, was very important. Now, because the market conditions are terrible, and we definitely want to raise money because we have the absolute best platform in the world. Well, selling these NFTs is a great deal, because you're not buying digital art, you're buying digital real estate, and it's giving you a yield of 5% for every visit that somebody does to these landmarks. So it's not 5% annually of interest. The potential earnings of one tourist location can be astronomical.
Right? And complete passive income. You're paying $25 to make money for life. And then again, the resale value, which will come with user base, could be astronomical. Like what it is today, $25, 50% off. That's really nothing. When there's 100 million users, like you was saying, and you have thousands of people coming to these places every single year, it can only go up. And again, this all comes back to Quest not being a separate thing. This is not, it is technically a separate coin, but is specific to the landmarks of Quest.
There we go. Okay, now the buy button works. So hopefully the transactions go through and we could get the show on the road. Don't people love it when you're on Pump Fund Live and you have this kind of shit that happens in real time? I got to admit that the speed at which I can debug this is thanks to my subscription to Cloud Sonnet 4.5 Pro, and I'm using Cloud Sonnet, not Cloud Sonnet 4.5. I am using what is it? Their new version there?
No idea.
Of course. Much faster to do this with them. They just needed a proper link to the Solana SPL token library. These CDNs are not always very reliable. Those are URLs that we use to link to an external source to get some libraries externally so we don't have to compile them locally on the server. Anyway, I won't bother you with that kind of jargon. Steve, I would like to follow your account, man, at SPK. Is this your brother? So, Metatrades wants to follow you, Steve. Okay, so here we go. They're trying, Zyron is trying to make the first purchase. He actually wants to buy the first 4 landmarks. He stocked up on LFI tokens yesterday, specifically to buy these landmark NFTs. You got to grab the magnitude of this. All right, transaction failed now. What the hell is wrong with this? They didn't find variable buffer. Oh boy. Okay, Steve, keep on going. I gotta fix this.
Like I don't know if people can see the importance of having an extra $250,000 into the Quest coin. The solid floor that will make it's imperative. That this alone will drive the coin price to the point where it gets noticed, and people buy things that are going up. Well, this will go up. So there's going to be a live stream on Thursday, I believe, where you get interviewed.
I'm going to be on the Superhuman podcast with Jarvis. So it's going to be pretty cool. And it's like high end. Next shot, you're going to see I'm going to be on Joe Rogan. It's coming.
Right?
It's coming.
The guy who owns the world, who digitized the world.
Yeah, that's me. As crazy as this might seem, that is me.
So yeah, this was a very important part because the landmarks, we needed to get the landmarks selling to get some money injected into Quest. And this was a quick and easy way to do it. And I believe the hype behind it, the idea that people can buy their own properties, is going to be very intriguing. And again, you guys heard it first, and you're able to get in first, so you will get first dibs on those landmarks that are just about to be released.
Yeah, you shouldn't absolutely not care about the digital art, although they are going to be some very nice NFTs. While Xiron is testing the latest modification I made, I'm going to check the list here. I'm going to be releasing the list of the 10,000 NFTs that we are going to mint. I have them here on my desktop. I had to extract that list from the 10,000 NFT, from the 103,000 landmarks in our database. I extracted 10,000 of them with an even weight, meaning that, for example, I'm not going to have like 5 landmarks in Belgium and 5 landmarks in the US. The US outweighs Belgium at a certain proportion. So obviously, with the help of some AI, I managed to get a formula to get an appropriate number of landmarks in each country to make sure that the 197 countries that we represent in our platform, where people can physically go treasure hunting, they will be able to find at least one landmark in their country. So nobody's jealous, everybody is covered. So this is going to be something powerful. If you're a speculator and you're listening to us from Pump Fun, you're like, then why the hell am I going to buy this thing if I'm not interested in the landmark NFTs and I'm not part of the Ulyss Quest platform, and I don't care about visiting a landmark to earn Quest tokens. None of my, I'm not interested by that. Well, guys, we're going to sell 10,000 landmarks. They're going to sell like hotcakes because at $25, it's like the most stupid price on earth. You have to understand that the Vatican was going for $330,000 just a couple of weeks ago. Right now, it's about at $160,000 after all that market crash. These landmark NFTs at 25 bucks, you're going to be able to flip them for hundreds, if not thousands, later. But even if you're not interested by that, be assured, just our people, as soon as I get this platform working, you're going to see the number of NFTs fly out, because everybody wants to have first pick, obviously. And then what would happen is that we will obviously keep these tokens. And sorry about that, getting error message from Xiron here that I want to feed here. We will not only buy the Quest tokens with it at a later time, but right now you can be assured that there's going to be at least $250,000 in cash that are going to go straight into this landmark NFT coin. So if you're a speculator, you just buy it now at a market cap of 7,700. We're going to at least $1 million market cap, selling for $100,000 for $250,000 in cash. So free money if you like to speculate. You're going to get a free ride.
And this is landmark, like land speculation at its finest. It's like buying a house when a subdivision just started. You know the price is going to go up. I wish I could see people's questions here.
Any questions? No, there are no questions. I don't know if there are on Pump Fun. If you could open your Pump Fun, maybe you could see it. Sorry, I got a debug here.
I'll try to switch to, yeah, hopefully.
Well, I got to take care of something on our squad's multi-signature wallet. This is another thing. The funds go directly into our squad's multi-signature wallet. So it is not just on a standard wallet. Okay, we gotta find the token here. So the tokens that we are accumulating here are protected in a multi-signature wallet that requires multiple people to sign with their wallets to approve the transaction. And this way, we avoid potential hacks from having the tokens in one centralized wallet where somebody could make like a fat finger mistake and screw something up. You believe I'm talking to you guys and I'm concentrating on debugging this thing at the same time. Oh, sorry about that. Freaking hell.
So
Okay.
if I were you guys, if you know anybody who's interested in real estate even, and not necessarily interested in cryptocurrency, they can purchase these NFT landmarks. And like, there's no doubt that the price of them won't go up. $25 is incredibly cheap. And there's only one. Again, there's only one of these landmarks. There's not going to be duplicates. When you own it, you own it.
All right, so now the issue is that on the squad's multi-signature wallet, it has never received any LNI. So having never received any, there's no ATA. It means that it doesn't know about it because obviously it was just minted. So I have to take care of this. Yeah, so I don't know, Steve, you could talk maybe about the kind of landmarks that could be very interesting for people to acquire, the kind of visitors that go there, and why everybody would actually definitely be interested in using this and not ignoring it.
Okay, so these landmarks, these are going to be not the top 10 most visited, but they are going to be visited landmarks. These are going to be significant places where people do go every single year. Buying into it, again, it's just like buying real estate, but this real estate, you know, is going to get foot traffic. It's just guaranteed. And 5% for life, you really can't beat that at a $25 investment. So hopefully, again, because this all goes back to Quest, still have to focus on Quest. Nothing is going to be diverted away. More attention is going to go to this other coin because it is only in existence to help Quest.
Yeah, but hold on a second, Steve. It's not just that. You can't say that. It's not just about helping Quest, so this one is useless. We are right now minting 10,000 landmark NFTs, and they are going to be sold using this LNI token. But then we're going to mint a total of 100,000 landmarks. Every single landmark in our database is going to be on our marketplace, and every single one of them will be sold with landmark NFT initiative token. So I'm sorry, but you can't dismiss it as a token that has no future or that has no significance and only serves the purpose of supporting another project. Not the case.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't want it to come across like it wasn't a useless thing because it is very important, actually. LNI being the only way you can purchase landmarks. And again, other landmarks will come out after this. These are just the next stage, significant stage. So having LNI is incredibly important if you're interested in purchasing landmarks, period, because it is the only currency that you can do this in. So it should be around just as long as Quest is around. And inject more than enough funds into Quest to really get this moving. The main NFT landmarks are still available and are still a great idea because they are the most visited landmarks in the world. So anybody out there that's listening that has that kind of money and is interested in a great investment, like buying the pyramids or the Vatican, that is still on the table and is still a great opportunity. So if you're one of those people who likes the idea of owning something historically significant and can afford it, yeah, I would look at the Genesis collection. But these also are significant, and at $25, you just can't beat that price. And again, these are for life.
Well, you got the
So
potential also to accumulate and collect it, just like you would collect a whole bunch of. Like some people buy a whole bunch of properties and they buy buildings and they start renting apartments. Well, this is much better.
it's much better in so many reasons. You don't have to maintain it. You don't really have to do anything other than own it to make money. You don't even have to go visit it yourself. Other people are going to visit it, and that's how you make your coins. There's really no easier way of making money off of real estate with such a low investment. So it's a great opportunity. Hopefully, we can figure out how to get this first person in here. I know there's a bunch of people that are really wanting to get some landmarks. But again, it will be done. I have no doubt. Everything else
Man,
has
the
been done.
issue that I'm having here is not that my page doesn't work, the page that I create for the waitlisting, because it checks if the wallet has some LNI tokens and wants to swap it for the NFT and for the waitlisting. But the problem is that since I used as the treasury address, the I used the Squad's multi-signature wallet. It's unable to recognize the token because it has never received any. And I'm trying to send a little bit of tokens to that wallet so that it may recognize it. And it's not working because Squads is a pain in the ass, sorry to say.
I would hope
So
people
I'm,
have a
I'm
little bit of patience. This was all the 10,000 NFTs was thought about uh, quite some time ago, but all this really just came into play late last night. So this is a lot of stuff going on in a very short amount of time with very little sleep, but it will be done.
with what?
Very little sleep.
Sleep? What's that? Never
Yeah,
heard of it.
yeah, I know, right?
Never heard of sleep. Okay, what are you talking about?
I
I've
think you
been
were up till
doing this.
4 o'clock in the morning.
How many hours a day I've been doing this? It's insane. I must be mad.
So I am excited to see which landmarks are available. And then what day did you say they were being released on? When you could
On the
start buying?
15th of December.
15th. So that gives people time to get ready and tell people that they know and hopefully spread the word about this. And then on Thursday, the live interview, which is really the advertisement this needs and deserves, is a live interview, not just a post on somebody's page. Should get this rolling pretty good.
Definitely. I wish
I think
Karine was here. She can't join us today. Yeah, with Riley Jarvis. He's an like a life coach, and um, he's into like the superhuman thing. So obviously, I think seeing me function this many hours a day and live streaming for hours on end every day, he must have thought I was superhuman. So he invited me on the podcast. And I'm like, are you going to do like the others? Like, are you asking me to pay you to be on the podcast? And he's like, no, 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 no. I just want you as a guest. Really, really. I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
I hope you
Right.
bought some coins.
It's This podcast is amazing.
I really hope that everybody's ready for when this really starts to kick in, because it could really happen at any moment.
Okay, now, so Julien Ruc, our French buddy, is holder of both coins, so he's waiting on standby. Stefan, want my World Heritage NFT. You're going to get your World Heritage NFT, Stefan. I'm pretty sure that you will want it in Germany. Try, guys, reload page, F5. We need a fresh reload because I updated the front end, not just the back end. So I hope that they will successfully do that. Obviously, the best way to do it is to load this page directly into the browser of your wallet, because since some new security measures have been put in place by browsers like Chrome, well, then suddenly you have no choice but to use it from within the browser of the wallet itself. The link between the browser and the wallet itself that used to function very well with Wallet Connect does not work anymore, simply because the security measures have changed, and Wallet Connect is trying to find a solution to remedy that. Sorry, guys. Debugging on the fly. You have it in real time. This is live shit happening. Okay, validators, treasury address, token address. This is good. I can't wait to see this work. See, somebody finally buy the first ever landmark NFT. That is going to be epic. Now, could you imagine? We're going to have 10,000 property owners on the platform. People are going outside. They're going to landmarks. They're visiting places. They're confirming their presence everywhere. They're receiving 50 Quest tokens per visit. And all these guys that are going to own these properties are suddenly going to be collecting 5% commission every time somebody clicks on I found it at that landmark. So that's going to be like incredible. We're going to have a huge community of like real estate owners.
Right.
And
watch their wallets go up without having to do anything.
Update the display text. All right, I got some. Okay. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So just like the Genesis collection, this is digitally owning real estate, not just real estate, historical landmarks that can't be replicated. There won't be two owners, there will just be one. And at $25 US, that is a steal. And again, the proceeds go to Quest. So this is all.
Now, what are we going to do with this money? We're not going to do yacht parties and spend it on alcohol, drugs, and women. No. First of all, my dear, lovely partner would not agree. But we are going to spend it on the development and betterment of the platform. So it's going to be funds that are going to be into good use. Now, besides that, all right. Okay. So people, if you're using, oh, God damn it. If you're using certain wallets, you're going to get a warning that this site could be potentially dangerous, blah, blah. It's normal. It's a new interface. It's a new project. The wallets like Soulflare are not yet familiar with our project, so they give a warning that potentially it could be malicious. But obviously, for those who know us, there is nothing malicious about it. And you just have to read what you're signing. You're just signing to transfer $25 worth of LNI tokens and nothing else. You can confirm that everything is legit because you are directly on our website on ulease.site. You can check our base domain. So this is ulease.site/LNI_whitelist. Okay. So it's looking good. Yeah.
So is
So
there
you need to have a little bit of Solana in your wallet to be able to pay for the gas fees when you're paying in LNI tokens for the NFT and the position in the whitelist. So your wallet needs to contain both a little bit of Sol for gas plus LNI to buy the NFT. So that's the thing. Ah, okay. He does. Oh my God, how many bugs am I going to have back to back? And I'm trying to do this as fast as I can.
So I don't know if anybody has any questions. I'm on Telegram right now, so I can see if anybody comes up with any questions. That'd be great.
Rome was not built in a day,
over
says MetaTrades, and he's right because we're busy with that. He says Rome was not built in a day. You're absolutely right, but I'm trying. You know what I'm doing? What I've been doing for the past 2 years, I have been trying to build an airplane while I jumped off a cliff, and I'm building an airplane while I'm dropping down that cliff, and I need to have that plane put together before I hit the ground. That is crazy, no?
So you were saying the list of the 10,000 are already put together, right?
Yeah, they're put together. Since they come from the database, they contain all the information, such as, for example, the GPS coordinates, country, state, address, all of that. So I have to parse it, and then I'm going to turn this into a web page so that people can also use a filter to search, let's say, per country and see which landmarks are in that country. So then they can select which one they want to buy or reserve.
And then the list of the people who get to choose first and down is what you're working on right now, correct?
Well, could you repeat that? Sorry.
Like you have to get on that list, not necessarily just be the first holder of the coin.
No.
Or is it based on coin?
I don't understand what you mean. Sorry. My concentration at both places not easy, but give that a try again. I'll try to pay attention. Sorry.
So the people who get to choose first.
Yeah.
For example, Zayron's, he wants to buy first.
Yeah.
Has to get on that list and not necessarily be the first purchaser on the LNI.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it doesn't matter who purchased LNI first or last. The thing that matters is that once I get the page working, is Zyron's going to be the first one to buy. He's a long-term Quest token holder, and he wants to buy 4 NFTs. And I promised to give him per jab because he's helping me debug right now.
Perfect.
So once that is done, then anybody else that comes to buy these tokens can then buy, can be on the wait list to try and get a very good top position and get an early choice instead of being down the list and being able to afterwards maybe buy a landmark that is not close to their home, not in their country, not in their city, something that maybe they, won't like as much.
But this is where speculation can come into play, and you can really choose ones that you think will see more traffic than others.
Well, that too, it could be based on a strategy in the sense where, okay, you select to something because you like it. It means something to you. You have you had that place like the childhood memories, vacation memories, or you could simply say, I like this place because there's a shit ton of people that go there.
Right? Like it can really go either way. But it's nice that people get a choice. So not only is it cheap, but you get a choice of which one you get.
Well, you get a choice, yeah. If I think it's going to be cool. I'm really going to set up this list. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to create a database table and with an SQL database in the back end. It's going to allow people to do literally a search, like where you are. Indeed, Alex. Indeed. Yeah. So it's gonna allow people to with the search and with the SQL database to do some like powerful searches and get the input. They're going to be able to search like by country, city, but also by the type of landmark. Some people might say, I want a church or a mosque or a religious symbol. Some people might say, I want ancient historical site. Some people could say, um, I want a more modern landmark like the Burj Khalifa or a very modern tower, because we're not talking only about relics here.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about landmarks that can be very ancient and historical, like Stonehenge, but we can also have more modern buildings like the Petrona Towers, which are also part of these landmark NFTs, but they are part of the magnificent top 100 most visited landmarks in the world. And that one is going to be pretty expensive. At that stage, you're talking 20,000 and over. So right now, getting a landmark NFT, you could grab a gem at 25 bucks, and then it might actually have the value of a uh, highly priced other NFT because for some reason they suddenly get a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic. The government does something and they get more visitors, attract more tourists. You never know.
And the AI tour guide?
Well, that's a different function. The AI tour guide is your travel companion. It will give you a complete description of the places that you are visiting, and it will give you historical facts, architectural facts, um, little known facts, particular, not common things. So, in other words, you could be in your own city And I'm pretty sure that if you use our AI tour guide to walk you through what's been going on in your backyard, I am pretty sure that it is most likely that you didn't even know some of the information. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people in Paris don't know some particular facts about the Eiffel Tower.
So the AI tour guide will apply to this new list.
Well, it applies to every single landmark in our database, so it's
Perfect.
independent from from the rest of the functions. Okay, let's see if this works. I really hope this works because, man, I wanted to do a live broadcast and not do a debugging session online. Ah, interesting. Okay, I'm going to give that a shot again. Well, right now, at least my page is not generating any more F12 console errors. And all the issue is in the front end. It's the way it's handling. Like, because I had to build in support for multiple wallets, like Solflare and Phantom and Jupiter and even MetaMask that now supports Solana. It did not before, it does now. So let's see what happens.
Just the idea that you're able to use many different sources is pretty big deal, because a lot of things you have to use a specific one.
Yeah, well, the thing, as I said, is before you were able to use Wallet Connect, and even if you were on a mobile device, the Wallet Connect would create the bridge between your crypto wallet and the web page, whether it was Chrome or Safari on iOS. That does not work anymore, and it created a real problem even for Wallet Connect because that was their main core business.
Right.
And they've been trying to find a solution, and it hasn't come up yet. So,
yeah, when I very first started this, my friend told me to download 6 or 7 different apps, and I was like, "What? Why so many? Why is this necessary?" And he's like, "Well, because they all work in a different way. So no cryptocurrency app is perfect. They all have their own little thing. So the idea of being able to use multiple different wallet locations to be able to do one thing is pretty incredible in itself."
Our friend Stefan here is helping me debug. That's very nice of him. Because they're testing the transaction live. As I said, if once I launch the page, which incorporates the support for multiple crypto wallets, how many LNI tokens do you hold? Apparently not enough for $25. Okay, so people are giving me errors here, but it's also part of the fact.
So I hope everybody can understand the significance of the LNI and the NFT sales and how they impact Quest. Like just getting us going. Because as soon as the numbers start moving, as soon as the market cap starts rising, it'll snowball and really get this thing going. And same with LNI, really.
Jeez. Wow. Yeah, he's got enough. It's failing even though they have enough in their wallet. Interesting. I need to see the current coin price. I have 7,700 market cap. Not really that we're concerned with. Price 0. Yep, that should be more than enough. It's got more than enough. He's got $30 worth of NI tokens. You should have been able to. Seems to me you're pretty tired today.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been so much going on.
With it. Yeah. Maybe we should put off this, and too bad we could do the live and explain it again tomorrow. We keep on going. The people in our community, once I get this working, are going to purchase. They're going to be the first ones.
We can always come back on later.
Yeah. So let me fix this and we'll restart the live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your understanding and your patience. I got to get this working. So we will be back on the live as soon as I do. It could take a few minutes, or worst case, half an hour. But we'll be right back. Thank you very much, Stephen. Well, we'll continue over there.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Okay, bye.
Hey, bye.